Hello Darts Nutz, welcome to Darts Review channel. In this video I'm reviewing the recently released Dan Reed darts from Perfect 9, so let's check them out. I'm reviewing the 23 gram version. They're also available in 26 gram. There is no soft tip, the 90% tungsten, and the retail for £65.99 from the Perfect 9 website, and I think also on Premier Darts, but I think you get free delivery on the Perfect 9 site. So if you remember, Perfect 9 used to have the big packaging with the slide out drawer, so now they've got a more slimmed down packaging, outer sleeve, and then kind of a similar style but a lot slimmer than before. So you've got that little tab, pull that out, so still quite fancy packaging. And this time you're supplied with a metal point holder. That's pretty neat, that actually. And the darts are fitted with some medium nylon Perfect 9 stems and come supplied with, let's have a look, 2 sets of the Perfect 9 standard shape flights. The darts are fitted with a black quarter point. It's a straight barrel dart. You've got a tapered bull nose, a nice black tie coating. On the front you've got a thin ring and groove grip, and then from the mid to the rear you've got this quad traction grip. Now that section there, it does feel quite edgy and sharp and quite a bit grippy. If I push my fingers in just a little bit, it almost feels like it's sticking to my skin. And the rear section, it's pretty much a similar kind of a feel, quite edgy. So I would say for mid and rear grippers you've got a fair amount of grip there, but neat looking dart. And there's the medium nylon stems and the Perfect 9 flights. So you've got a smooth tapered bull nose, and then you've got this fine ring and groove grip on the front, and then you've got this kind of like chunky block grip, quad traction grip, and the slightly staggered, and obviously as you can see you've got 2 silvery bands either side and the black PVD coating. So on the rear it's a similar kind of a grip, but you've got these little like thin sections which are slightly raised and interspersed with the slightly more rectangular chunky blocks. And on the rear of the barrel you've got a taper with the Perfect 9 logo. So there you go, that's the super close look at the Perfect 9 Dan Reed darts. Darts fit with a black coated 26mm point. You've got a tapered bull nose, that's 4.3mm, then a fine ring and groove grip, that's 14.6mm, all with the black titanium coating, and then including the silvery rings and that chunky staggered block grip, that's 9mm, and then on the rear it's kind of a rectangular version, that's 16.5mm, smooth taper on the end 4mm, length 48.4mm, width 6.6mm. It's 23 grams exactly. 23.09, so a bit of difference there, and 23.11, so a little bit of a difference between the first one and the last two. Full setup 24.84 grams. Here's the balance with nothing attached and with the supplied setup. And this is the balance with medium in between short nylon stems and standard flights. Probably grippiest in that mid section, so 8 at most. Alright, just because I'm a front gripper and there's not a lot of grip on the front section, I'm just going to have 2 throws with the front grip, and then I'll have 2 throws from the middle and 2 throws from the rear. Obviously, like I say, the front is quite a mild grip, so I think it's mainly for mid and rear grippers if you like a grippy dart. But what I am noticing, even though I'm holding it there on the smooth section, the index finger is kind of like resting across them like chunky squares, so I am feeling a little bit of stickiness there on the release off that grip. But I'll try 2 throws from that mid section, and then I'll try 2 throws from the rear. But with the dart being new as well, the cuts are very sharp, so they are a bit on the sticky side, mainly because of that, I think. So it may be that the grip will wear just enough after a week or so to be less sticky and just remain a decent level of grip. But like I say, I think it's just down to the sharpness of the cuts with it being new. You have to be careful how you pull them out as well. I think you're best off twisting them, because if you pull it on there, you might rip your skin a little bit. But it's a straight barrel dart, so it's going to work for any. Try the rear section now. It's just got a very slightly different feel on the rear. I think it's just down to the fact that the squares are kind of more rectangular. Didn't let go of that right. We got a treble from the rear grip. Actually feels quite a nice grip. That doesn't feel quite as sticky as that section. So seems to release a little bit easier. Another treble from the rear. Yeah, so I think mid and rear grippers, if you like a grippy dart, you'll probably be very happy with it. If you're a front gripper and you don't like a lot of grip, then you might just like the look of the dart and want to give it a try. But for me, like I say, it's probably down to the fact that it's new. It may wear off a little bit after you've been playing with it for a week or so, and it probably just going down to maybe a high medium. But as it is, it's probably high level. There's one. Oh, that's twice me double threes let me down. Seem to be getting better at the double one though. There's 2. 2 high again. There's 3. Nope. Oh, it's close. Still only 3. in. Nah, must have hit the wire. Oh, and quite a few on the wire though. Ah, another close one. Only 3 so far. Nope. Oh, wrong double. There's 4. There's 5. Oh. Oh, that was close. 5. Two points. Oh. 35 points. Wrong treble. 4 points. Ah, I think it was 53. Oh, I got a bullseye. I thought that was above the wire. 75 points. Is that another bullseye? I think it is. Bullseye. What was that? 75, 125 after 6 starts. Come on. What did I say? It was 125. 175 after 9. Ah, that's always one where I miss. 175 after 12, last 3. 200. So round the clock on doubles, there you go, 5 and 30 at 20, got 35. 180 round the clock, 53, that's a little bit further down, and I got 200 on the bulls. So there you go, that's the perfect 9 Dan Reed darts. Like I said, because of the grip on the dart, if you're into grippy darts, then it's probably best for mid and rear grippers. It's still quite a nice dart if you just like a straight barrel on your front gripper and you don't mind a lot of grip. But I think, like I said, because of that, where the grip is, mid and rear grippers are getting the best out of the dart. But like I mentioned before, with it being new, the edges are really quite sharp and a little bit sticky. That may wear off after a while, and it might just go down to like a fairly grippy barrel, but the rear section probably ever so slightly less grippy than that mid section. I think it's just a slightly different feel on the rear as well. Didn't feel too bad throwing it from the rear section as well, so might be a nice one for rear grippers, but good looking barrel. So I'll leave you with the pictures so you can have a closer look at them. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy darting.